Guys, welcome. Today we are going to do an alternate plan with me for week 50 here in our Sterling ink B6. So if you guys followed along on the live, you saw that we created this spread here in our just scribble plans A5. And so we're going to get this same information into our Sterling ink here. So one thing that I think I'm going to do, we're going to use this same Expecto Patronum washi. And I did mention that I might want to kind of cut off this here because it just says Expecto Patron, which I assume means that you want some alcohol. And so we're going to cut that off. And I'm going to start this at kind of this 5:30 mark here. And I don't like putting washi on backwards like this. For me, this is backwards. Like I want to start applying it here and apply it all the way across. And it feels somewhat backwards to me to be kind of putting it on this way. But let's see. So I'm cutting it here right before the Expecto Patronum. So that that goes on the other page. And that leaves, I do get the E from it, but that's okay. It's not a full word. And again, that's, I'm okay with that. I'm going to put that there in our little washi graveyard. And let's get back over to our week. So we have that at the top there and this at the top over here. Again, this is a little bit different than what we're doing in the other. So I typically do my washi down at the bottom here. I'm going to do it up at the top this time because I was noticing that I really, I don't have anything in the mornings here. So I'm going to try a washi at the top type look and see how I like that. And then I am going to take the coordinating washi. So in our other plan with me, the live version, I used this one with the different houses. And I could use that, but I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the coordinating washi that's meant to go with this. And we will just put this. I don't think this has an up and a down. So I'm going to go ahead and use it the way I like to use it. Because it is my planner and my washi and I can do that. With something that has lettering or clearly a pattern that has an up and a down, obviously you want to use it in the direction that the manufacturer wants you to use it. But for this one, this coordinating washi, it'll be just fine like this. So we don't have anything really early. Even when I have my partner has the surgery on Friday, and I will have to work a little bit in the morning. I can just write when I start work, and that'll be just fine. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my work block here at the top, right? So I normally work from 8:30 until 4:30. All right. And on this day, I am just going to write in work around surgery schedule. Okay, so that I know that needs to happen, but I know that it's going to be different. When I did this plan with me version, uh, I did a lot of guessing here that I was going to work here. I need to film here. The surgery happens here. Um, I know when we need to arrive at the hospital. I know when the surgery is supposed to happen, but it's a lot of guessing in through here on how much I'm going to be able to work and you know, how much I will work ahead of that. So I'm just going to write in like that that is what we are doing, right? And then I do have a couple of appointments during the workday that I'm going to put another line here. And let's use this. This is our little footprint washi. So I will link these washis. They are available from Amazon. They are made by the Paper House is the name of the brand, and it is a set of all 4 washis that you get. So it has the Expecto Patronum, it has the different houses here. We've got things from the Daily Prophet, and then we have the I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. You know what? I think actually I'm going to use the washi from the Daily Prophet. Now this one is going to let me do it this way. Interestingly, I find that so fascinating, the way washis work in terms of how, certain companies create their washi to start on this side and go that way. And then other companies go the opposite. Now this is all from one company and they go both ways, which is just weird to me. Maybe it's a difference in the sizes as to how they determine that. But anyway, we will go to right there, and I'm going to cut this off. Actually, I'm going to cut this off at Sunday. No, I'm just going to cut it off here, right before the words, just so that I can easily use it again. There we go. Now, in terms of this next block, we have got date night. So this is going to be more personal. Activities or events. So I have my conversation with my friend Kim. Over here we have the surgery. Now this relies a lot more on having the details of this somewhere else. So some people like to take their daily pages and turn those into kind of the, and have that hourly on the daily pages. And you could do that for sure. But I have my calendar in Google, any kind of timed events. So I don't necessarily have to have the um, these timed events noted on here. Now, my fountain pen is currently out of ink. As you can see, I desperately need to ink it. So I will be doing that later today. So I'm just going to use this size 2 micron, which works just as well. And I am going to write in 12 arrive at the hospital. And then 2 p.m. is the actual surgery. And this party is 5 to 9. HSL. And then here I do have a meeting that I know of already. That is my standing meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in already. I do want to put in little filming blocks here. So at some point on this day, I am going to film. And on this day, I am going to film. I will probably do some filming on this day as well, but I don't know exactly what I want to film right now. So this is going to be the week 19 check-in. And this is the 9 a.m. Plan with me live. All right. So I know that I need to film those two on those particular days. On this particular spread, so on our last spread, I started working through what I wanted all the videos to be. On this, I am not going to do that, although I do need to. I need to film. I'm going to put, this is going to be my filming calendar, not my posting calendar. So this is what I need to film on those days. So ideally, I will have, right now I've already got Monday's video done. I've got Wednesday's video done. I will ideally have a Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday video ready for you already before today ends. So this will be the Monday video, and then I'm working on a Tuesday and Thursday video, and then a Saturday video as well. So ideally, I'll get all that filmed today, and I won't have to do any of the filming for it on these days. Ideally. However, I'm starting to think that maybe I can do, I know I want to do the goal setting this weekend, but maybe I can here do the gift ideas video. I want to give you a video full of unique and fun gift ideas for people in your gift giving circle that have planners or are interested in planners, stickers, what have you. So I can film that on Monday. That'll take a little bit of the pressure off today in terms of filming. because then I only need to do Tuesday and Thursday, and that'll be a fairly easy one to do. I already have the list, so I just need to kind of gather some um, graphics and film that. So that shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so that is our kind of middle of the personal things. So this is basically work. This is personal things, and also YouTube. And then let's take this washi because it is nice and colorful. And I'm going to put this one at 3. And again, we're not using the times on this. These are just, this is just our, we're dividing it into sections, not times. So next week, I'm going to try, I hope, to, if I have enough energy, we're going to change this up a little bit because I'm starting to get into a routine with this one as well. So as you can see, I'm kind of doing the same thing that I've done before. And I don't necessarily want to be doing that. So let's put over here, give myself a little bit more room. This is going to be where I put my 4 things that I want to kind of track. And you know what? I just went in and put that in willy-nilly. That's fine, actually, because I can divide that up. But I want to be careful on this one. I want to do 3. I'm so used to doing these lines at 2 that I almost did these all wrong. But actually, that works out just fine. I'll explain why in a minute. So it'll make sense when I write in the labels on these. And I'm just taking this line to here. I know the labels are for those. I don't need to take the line all the way through. It would kind of mess things up a little bit. So here we have got what am I reading? What am I watching? And I like the idea of having a little bit more space because I'm also watching the Harry Potters, and that gives me some room to kind of write in which one of those I'm on, as well as kind of the general things that we watch during the week. What am I eating? I can spell correctly, promise. And then this will be posting. And I will have long and short. So this will be for long form videos, and this will be for short. So I have my filming calendar up here. This is my posting calendar. So what am I actually going to post? So this is going to be the alternate week 50 plan with me, which is what you're watching right now. This is definitely going to be the week 19 check-in. This is an Archer and Olive unboxing. I did some shopping on Good Friday and that arrived. And this is going to be a Plan With Me Live. And this is going to have our washi selection short. So this gives me a good idea now of what I'm posting and where those gaps need to fit. Now the idea is that this gift ideas will go here. And then goal setting part 1 will go here and part 2 will go here. And then next week we'll have an unboxing as well because I am getting my new planner in the mail. So we'll have an unboxing, and again we'll have goal setting here and maybe here. And I may do the goal setting here and here and the gift ideas here, which is why I'm not writing it in yet, because I don't want to set anything in stone. I am going to put a work hours graph in here. I don't need a lot of space. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't know, my work week is going to be kind of up in the air because of this. I will be moving things around as I need to this week. So I'm still going to try and get in the same number of hours, but it just might not. We'll see if that is sufficient for tracking. And then up here, I will do my sleep. I'm really, really trying to improve my sleep. So it's important to me to track it right now because, you know, what gets measured gets attention. So I would like to pay attention to my sleep much better than I am right now. And we'll get our little 8 o'clock line there. Now, I always do weather across the top. What if we did weather across the bottom? Again, just something a little bit different, and maybe let's use a color for the weather. We don't normally do that, so let's go 34, 28, and 51, 43. It's gonna be nice and warm here. Let's put a, you know what? I'm gonna put a character for each day. So let's put Hagrid there because it's gonna be a nice day. Very warm and friendly and 45, 26. Okay, we have 37 and 21. And it is supposed to potentially snow in the morning. 29 and 12. You know, they say morning right now, but we won't know until we get closer to that day anyway. So then we have 24 and 9. It is going to get downright chilly here. And then 23 and 15. Okay, so let's get our different characters. On the downright awful chilly, let's get her over there. We'll put Professor Snape. We've got Luna. And this is just a great opportunity to use some of these characters. Let's put Ginny there. And let's put Dumbledore here. Because again, a lot of times we get, I've said this before, a lot of times we'll get kits like this where it's super cute and we think we're going to use it all, and then we end up not having an opportunity to use them, because really, how often do you get a chance to use stickers like this? Like, you know, I don't watch Harry Potter all that often. So getting an opportunity to just kind of use all of these stickers is fantastic. Now I will use these on my other over here. Similar to the way I put them on last week. So these are the days that I've started these particular movies. I will do that again with these. Probably up in here. So I'm anticipating Prisoner of Azkaban will be somewhere around here, and then Goblet of Fire maybe here. And then I'll continue working my way through. By Christmas, I should be through all of the movies. But this is kind of where I think I'm settling on this. I think I like what this looks like. I know I'm not going to have a real heavy work schedule on the weekend. If I do have to work a couple hours, I still have plenty of room to write that in. But if I don't have anything, then this little guy is holding space here. We already have Harry in here. And so even though I don't have some of the main characters, I've got plenty of different characters to give me that feel. And I think they look really cute as kind of this bottom instead of having a washi there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this alternate plan with me. I think this is where I'm going to call it. If I had special days like Hanukkah here begins on the 14th, I could add those special days in up here. So if I have something big that I really need to pay attention to, I can put that up at the top and it'll be easy to pay attention to. In fact, I could go ahead and do one here, right? And just write work at home or work from home. Because I know that's what's going to happen on that particular day. And then if I have anything else that comes up, I can always put that up there. But that is my final plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We kind of moved things around a little bit. But next week, I'm going to try and really change this up and try something totally different so that I'm not always kind of just doing a derivative of the same thing. I've done this a couple weeks in a row now, and I don't really have the bandwidth, I think, right now to get too creative. But hopefully by next week, we'll come up with something really different for this, you know, similar to some of the other things that we've tried where we've really changed things up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and we got a really cute spread. I would be perfectly happy having this in my main planner. All of these spreads would be fine for my main planner. I've found them useful, and I've really enjoyed doing them and having the opportunity to mix and match and change things. So thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow for some goal setting, hopefully. So see you then. Bye.